Hey everybody, it's me, Mattspurs, and I'm back again with another Tottenham Hotspur video. Today I'm going to preview our match against Everton at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, which kicks off at 8 o'clock UK time tomorrow. Since the last match, which Spurs lost at 3-1, there's been a lot of talk online about who should stay or who should come to Spurs, whether Mourinho is the right man or not, whether Daniel Levy and Enoch are taking Tottenham in the right direction or not. And I think this will continue at least until the end of the season and maybe into the summer and the beginning of next season. But what we have to do definitely tomorrow is get back to winning ways. Hopefully we can. So let's talk about our visitors to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium tomorrow, Everton. Everton have been in good form since the restart. They had a 0-0 draw with Liverpool at Goodison Park, which they could have potentially won. Then they beat Norwich 1-0, and in the last match they beat Leicester City 2-1. All well. In all games, I think Everton played well, and in obviously the wins against Norwich and Leicester, they were ground out and well fought for. I think Ancelotti's tactics and methods and everything is starting to pay off, because I think before Ancelotti, Everton were looking like they could be relegated, but obviously now they're looking towards European football like Spurs, because currently Everton are 11th in the Premier League with 44 points and just 1 point and one place behind us, because Tottenham are currently in 10th position with 45 points. So a win for Everton would mean that they overtake us, and Spurs would drop into the bottom half of the table, and Everton would climb, I think, into maybe 8th or 9th position, and obviously we would be going into the bottom half and then continuing to look over our shoulder. Everton have some good players in Richarlison and Calvert-Lewin, who look to be leading the line. Richarlison is definitely a danger man and he's got good pace, so I expect Davinson Sanchez to play tomorrow because of that, because I think Davinson Sanchez is probably our fastest fullback. I think Toby Alderweireld and Jan Vertonghen both have lost a yard of pace, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Davinson Sanchez and Eric Dyer continued as the centre-back pairing tomorrow. Some talk of Toby Alderweireld coming back in, but I don't know. I think it's more likely that if Toby came back in, he would replace Eric Dyer. And to be honest with you, I think Eric Dyer's been the one performing better, arguably, if we look over the 3 games that we played overall. Everton also contain ex-Spurs boy Gylfi Sigurdsson, probably going to score against us, I think. Pretty good player in his time at Spurs, but sad that he didn't make it into the Pochettino era, really. I think could have done with a player like Gylfi with Pochettino. Maybe could have added something to our attacking lineup over the years when we were title challenging. Also, they've got Andre Gomez, who broke his leg in our last fixture at Goodison Park, which we drew 1-1. He will be back in the team in the lineup for Everton probably as well. And obviously they also have Theo Walcott and Alex Iwobi, ex-Arsenal players, probably looking to get one over us, considering that they're both Arsenal boys. I think Everton are weakest in defence. Looking at their defence that they played in, they have Michael Keane. I don't really rate him that much. And they've also got Yerry Mina as well. But I think that they are better in terms of their fullbacks. I think Lucas Digne is a good left back that we could probably have a look at. And obviously at right back they've got Seamus Coleman, who I think is pretty underrated, in my opinion. Much better than our fullbacks. But anyway, I think Everton will be confident coming into the match against us. The match before pandemic broke out and we had to stop playing. They did lose 4-0 to Chelsea, but obviously the last 3 games I think can give them confidence coming into the game. But obviously turning the attention now to the home side, to our side Spurs, obviously we had 2 decent games, and then obviously in the last match we lost 3-1 to Sheffield United, which was a very poor game, and I hope Spurs basically come back and give us a good performance. That's what I'm expecting, and hopefully a win. It's going to be difficult, I think, but hopefully a win. Spurs have only a couple of injury worries. Obviously, Juan Foyth still injured. Japhet Tanganga probably won't play again this season, although he is expected back in training maybe closer to the end of the week. Dele Alli also has a slight injury concern, but they're not too worried about that. Could miss the Everton game, but maybe back for the Bournemouth game in midweek. But could also make the bench because at the time of the press conference it was Saturday, so maybe Sunday, and then tomorrow comes in Dele, might be able to get a place on the bench and could play 10-20 minutes at the end of the match tomorrow. This is the team I'm going for tomorrow. I'm going to go for Hugo Lloris in goal, obviously, and then at right back I'm going for Serge Aurier. Probably he's going to keep his place. I don't expect anyone to replace him. Left back could be an interesting thing because I think Ben Davies hasn't been pulling up trees at all recently, and I think he could be replaced at left back by Jan Vertonghen. So Jan Vertonghen could come in at left back, maybe could play into getting another contract at Spurs, and then obviously central defenders I reckon will be Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez. Moving into midfield, I think Moussa Sissoko probably loses his place to Harry Winks, and Harry Winks will play with Giovanni Lo Celso. I think Winks is definitely better on the ball. Ball comes to him, he can spray a good pass somewhere. And then the 3 behind Kane, maybe I'm going to go for Son Heung-min, Steven Bergwijn, and Lucas Moura, and then with Harry Kane up front. Obviously, I think these front 4 will be the best players probably who will come into the team, and maybe hopefully we'll get a goal or 2. I think the game against Sheffield United, only Harry Kane can come away with his head up high. I think Son Heung-min and Lucas Moura could have done more, and maybe Bergwijn I thought was unlucky to come off. I wouldn't have taken him off. Hopefully Spurs can come away with a victory. I'm not expecting too much, maybe another pragmatic game, similar to West Ham probably, where we defend a little bit, allow them to attack us and then attack them on the break. I reckon we'll win 2-1, and I think Harry Kane will be back on the score sheet as well. Let me know your thoughts and comments in the comments below. Tell me who you would like to play in the team tomorrow, and tell me what do you think the score will be. Anyway, if you like what you saw, make sure you leave a like and press the subscribe button. And until next time, come on you Spurs.